We all know what these items look like in Minecraft, but could you imagine what they would look like if they were 10 times the size? Allowing me to craft, smelt, and even activate a giant beacon? Is that even possible? Well, we'll first start with the easy items, like a giant chest. So let's grab a bunch of wood, then we'll work our way up to the medium difficulty, and lastly, the hardest to build difficulty. Oh wait, what am I doing? I literally have a wood factory. Ow. Let's grab a bunch of wood. Now I just need a massive flat area to build all of this. We're kind of running out of space. You know what? Let's head over to this untouched island and build a brand new civilization on it. Let's first build a little outline, and now let's start building out the chest. Wait, I don't even need wood. Oh my. I need some gray and white concrete. Let's fly over here. Oh my. I wasn't even that high. And let's yoink a bunch of yellow terracotta. And we're gonna need a lot of this. And now let's build out the frame of the giant chest. What the? Yo, Minecraft, you guys gotta fix this. This is... What is going on? And now using some yellow terracotta, let's fill in the chest. And right in the front, let's build a villager looking nose on the chest. And there we go. Now all we're gonna do is make it actually function like a real chest. Oh. So let's stand right here, click this button, and it should open. Yeah, the chest actually works. I totally didn't spend an hour destroying it and rebuilding it to make it look like it was open. To make this work like an actual chest, let's put some chests inside the chest. Yup, chestception. Let's spam all this, and I've already ran out. I gotta fill up this whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more chests. Whoa, bam! And that is my giant functioning chest inside my giant chest inside. Yep, I'm normal. And that is my giant functioning chest in Minecraft. Now let's just come here and fill in this bottom chest with big piles of random items. So it actually feels like the chest is holding items. And there we go. We got a bunch of items inside the chest and hundreds of chests inside the giant chest. But now let's move on to the second easiest item to build, which is gonna be TNT. Yeah. So in order for us to build this giant TNT, we're gonna need a ton of different blocks because we're not gonna build a poopy one. We gotta do it the cookie way, so it's gonna be super fancy and detailed, which means we need to collect 19 unique items. Let's first start with some nether warts. Yup. I also need some red nether bricks, which I don't really know how to get. So could I just take this and combine it with like red dye to create red nether brick? Let's grab some red dye and let's craft some red nether brick. Some red nether. What? Oh, you need nether warts. There we go. What? What is going on here? Oh my god, I'm stupid. It's not nether bricks. I need just a nether brick. Ah, there we go. And I also need a bunch of red wool, which... Oh yeah! I was a little too excited for wool. I also need a bunch of gravel so I can make some concrete powder and just regular concrete blocks. Now let's grab everything else we need. All right, now that I have all the items that we need to build this TNT block, let's build it right beside the chest. So let's build another frame. I literally just took the frame from the chest and put it there. Let's grab my items and let's start on the giant TNT. Yo. Please go away. I don't want to kill you because you have the banner. Oh my god. Turtles, help me out. Sorry about that. Back to the program. I'm weird. All right, it's not looking too bad. Honestly, it doesn't even look like TNT at all. Like, look at this. Maybe a little bit. There's like a little bit of color shifting, and I tried to mimic that, but yeah. Trust me, it'll look better at the end. But now we need to build the white part with the TNT sign on it. And there we go. It's looking a lot better. Oh wait, I forgot to build this. There we go. Oh wait, bruh. There we go. Now it's looking like TNT. But you might be wondering, how is this TNT block gonna work? Because every one of these giant items are gonna have some sort of function. Well, this one's kind of easy because I'm just gonna grab TNT and completely fill up this entire inside and connect it to a pressure plate over here. So I better hope I don't step on it. Anyways, let's finish up this TNT block by building the top. All right, and I'm practically done building the TNT block. All I need to do is build the little fuse thing at the top, like the string, this black thing. So let's grab some black slab, yep, and concrete carpet. And let's just make a little swirly, whirly, whirly thingy. And there we go. Now that is a really good looking TNT block. It doesn't get more perfect than that. Like, look at the real TNT block and then look at the one I built. That is literally 1-to-1. The last thing I need to do is make the giant TNT block actually function. All right, the very last thing I need to do is connect this entire TNT block with some redstone and then connect it to a pressure plate. I don't know why I said that so weird. But that is my giant functioning TNT block. It actually looks pretty insane. And that makes 2 of my easy items complete. Now let's move on to the medium difficulty builds. These ones are actually gonna function, allowing me to actually craft and smelt using these giant blocks. So when you think about building a crafting table, it seems kind of simple, but when you look closely, there's a lot of little details on this. And most importantly, there's a little crafting grid right on top of it, which is exactly where you would place your items to craft something, which got me thinking, what if I turn this actual grid into a working crafting thing? So for example, what if I make it so if I put 3 items in these grids like this to craft like a pickaxe, it actually crafts one and spits out a pickaxe. So let's go gather a bunch of different colored wood. So let's go grab a bunch of oh my god, I cannot speak with it right now. Like oak, spruce, dark wood, some jungle wood, and some acacia. And I also need some brown terracotta, so let's collect a bunch of these. Oh my, go away. And the very last thing I need, I think, is some iron. I don't have a lot. Okay, why are all of these iron golems out of their factory? This is probably why it's not working. I read someone's comment too, or someone's oh, daddy, chill. Oh my god, since when do they do so much damage? Please go away. Give me your guts. Oh, I got a bunch in here. Okay, that should be good. Bam. Let's build the crafting table, I guess, in this empty spot right here. Let's quickly clear the land. And I got a little frame going here, and let's start building. Let's first start with the very bottom layer, which is a bunch of different shades of wood. I need to look at this again. As you can see, there's a bunch of different shades of wood, which I'm trying to replicate here. So let's just keep copying this all the way around and see how it turns out. Yup, it's looking exactly like a crafting table. Yep. All right, let's keep building and just pray it turns out well, I guess. I'm not a good builder at all, so we'll see. All right, I got the bottom layer complete, and that looks like I just threw up my breakfast. That is, what is that? I tried my best. I don't know where I'm getting acacia wood from, but yeah, I guess I'm colorblind. Well, let's just keep building and just pray it turns out well. It usually somehow does. Okay, it's coming together. It looks kind of empty though. That's because I didn't add the scissors and these little tool things sticking out of it. So let's fly right here. Oh, that was actually perfect. Let's build the handles and then the little scissor frame thingy. And it seems like on the other side is also another pair of scissors, so let's quickly build that. And over on this side, let's build the other tools, which is like an axe looking thing and a saw. And there we go. Oh my god, the tools actually make it look good looking. Like, this thing is beautiful. Oh my god, I might just have to make love to it. What? Okay, no. But now since we're done building the actual crafting table, it's time for the fun bit, which is building this top part and making it actually function like a crafting table. And there we go. And it doesn't really look like the top of the crafting table, as you can see. So let's craft some spruce slabs and build this little grid. And this is where I'm gonna throw all of the materials to actually craft items. Okay, I have no idea how I'm gonna make this work. Like, the idea is I could throw like 4 pieces of wood right here, and then it'll just craft a crafting table. So let's go grab a bunch of redstone stuff. Okay, I ended up grabbing all the redstone stuff I could think of because I literally don't even know how to build this. So I'm gonna try my best. First, let's remove these little grids. And I'm gonna need some hoppers here to collect the items that I throw inside. Let's break these little blocks in the middle here and place some droppers inside of them. And then let's cover it up again. And this is where the items will come out of. And now I just need to figure out a simple way to make this work. Oh god, this is gonna be tough. And I have no idea how to commentate over me building this redstone contraption. So go to my second channel to see how I did it. And you can see me suffer. Okay guys, I think I did it. I haven't fully tested it out yet, but I think we did it. All I need to do is cover up these little spaces here. I would use birch wood, but it doesn't look good like this. So let's fly over to my wool factory and grab some brown wool. Holy cow, I have a lot. Let's craft some carpets and let's fill it in. It's not the same as the birch color, but it's better than nothing. Yeah. Let's test it out. Let's craft a tool. So let's pick something special. Let's do a diamond hoe. I'm not sure why, but it's gonna be fun. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I literally just crafted it myself. Let's also craft a flint and steel. I think it would be pretty funny if I just crafted a crafting table on a crafting table. And you know what? Let's also grab a log. And let's see if the crafting table could craft my log into planks. Reverse crafting, I guess. So let's try to craft a crafting table on top of a giant crafting table. I think that'd be kind of fun. So let's put wood here.